We're going to look at how area, perimeter, and scale factor relate in similar figures. If we're trying to find the scale factor from A to B, we can look at that and see 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8, so the scale factor is going to be 4. Or you can go backwards and divide, so you can do 8 divided by 2 is 4, or 4 divided by 1 is 4. So the scale factor is 4. The perimeter of A is 6, and the area of A, length times width, 2 times 1 is 2. Perimeter of B, that would have to be 8, that would have to be 4. When you add up all the sides, that's 24. And then area, you can multiply length times width, and you get 32. So the question is now, how does everything relate? Well, the perimeter from A to B, 6 times 4 is 24, meaning we multiplied by the scale factor. And 2 times 4 doesn't equal 32, so we're not multiplying by the scale factor, but 4 squared is 16, and 2 times 16 is 32. So you can multiply the perimeter of A by the scale factor to find the perimeter of B, and you can multiply the area of A times the scale factor squared to get the area of B. Find the perimeter and area of the larger figure. The scale factor is going to be 15 divided by 7, which is 2.14. So now to get the new perimeter, we can multiply 34, the old perimeter, by the scale factor 2.14, and we get 72.76. And then for the area, we can take the old area, multiply it by the scale factor squared, which is 4.58. So the area is going to be 320.6. The next one, given the similar triangles below, find the perimeter of the first triangle. So now we're working backwards. Let's again first find the scale factor, 5 divided by 12, and we have about 0.42. So if we were given this one's perimeter, we could multiply that by 0.42 to get this one's perimeter. But since we're working backwards, we need to take this one's perimeter and divide it by the scale factor. So 18 divided by 0.42, and you get about 42.86 for the perimeter for the first triangle. And a better way of doing it will be keeping it as a fraction so you're not rounding. Finally, find the scale factor of 2 regular hexagons if the area of the first is 8 inches squared and the area of the second is 32 inches squared. So we have 2 regular hexagons. The area of the first is 8, the area of the second is 32. If we divide 32 by 8, we get 4. So 8 times 4 is 32. But we're trying to find the scale factor, and remember for areas, you don't multiply by the scale factor, you multiply by the scale factor squared. So this 4 has to be the scale factor squared. So if the scale factor squared is 4, and we want to get the scale factor, we have to square root both sides. So the scale factor equals 2.